Hey loves, Lilith here with Triple Waterways. Just wanted to come into you with a little full moon reading since we have the full moon in Aquarius happening. And it's interesting. I've been talking to quite a few people, friends, clients, and everyone's just feeling really stressed out. And they're like, oh, all these retrogrades and this and that. Honestly, retrogrades are not that big a deal. We're born with most of them. I know I am. And I can tell you, like, I was actually in Costa Rica when we had like six in retrograde last year. And I decided just to coast on through, which I did. And it was the beginning of my semester. For those of you who are new and don't know me, I'm a PhD student at Saybrook University in transformative social change. And so we had just launched the new fall semester. And that was my focus. And so that's something I'm going to advise everyone right now. Find your focus. Cut out the bullshit. Cut out the people who don't need or need to be around you if they're causing undue like stress or energy that does not belong to you. Like, it's one thing to hold space and be supportive, and it's another to like sponge all of it and take it on. If it's not yours, you don't even need to send it back, just to offer it back to the universe and ask the universe to recycle it into something that's beautiful and kind and productive and creative, right? So back to, these retrogrades, they're not a big deal. They're actually opportunities. And that's something that I've been talking about now for the last year, actually, when we had retrogrades last year. For those of you who may remember, it's just take it slow, take it easy, take the opportunity to learn. That's something that I think people, and I don't want to totally generalize, but I'm finding more and more that people get hyped because of what they see on social media. They get hyped by something else someone else is like, oh my God, it's Mercury in retrograde and all these bad things. Yeah, it's bad things because you think it's going to be bad things, and therefore you're attracting that energy. And sometimes randomly, bad things happen. The thing is, what are you learning from it? Or is the universe creating this chaos so you can clear it out? Or is it making space for you to have new things come in? So you have to kind of analyze it a little bit. Yeah, things suck sometimes. Like my husband and I just ran into an issue yesterday. Just because I'm a witch doesn't mean I'm not infallible, right? Like, things still happen to me too. And we had benefits that came out of the other side of it. So traveling's not easy sometimes, especially during retrogrades. And if you're booking during retrogrades, you know that. And if you're doing certain things during retrogrades, you got to know that there may be some delays. Just know that it's just the cake baking, right? Like, are you going to eat the cake if it's half baked, or are you going to eat the cake when it's ready? So, just breathe, practice meditation every day. Oh, and that reminds me, I have 4 workbooks coming out. Those are getting dropped here this week. I'm working on the little behind the scenes stuff for it, but they're ready to go. You're going to be able to find that on my website, and it's a PDF, so you can go ahead and print it out and use it, or if you prefer to be digital, which is why I'm doing it as a PDF, because some people like to write things, which I totally get. I'm a journal girl. Other people like to do things digitally to not use paper. I try to minimize my paper as much as possible, but I'm doing it as a PDF, so you have the choice to print it if you so choose. It's the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water, and they are 30 days. They're 30-day exercises. They come with lessons. They come with journal props. Comes with, meditation things. So bring that into your practice during these retrogrades. Um, I highly advise it. The best thing I could have done last year during 6 retrogrades was just chill. And that's what I did. Stayed focused, studied, did well in school, did well in my business, just had a good time and really enjoyed my purpose, enjoyed being here in the mundane, And so, with that said, we always want things to happen, happen, happen. And I think a lot of that is our brains being wired to scrolling, right? We're scrolling through social media, we're scrolling through Instagram, we're scrolling through TikTok. We're just going, right? And you're getting like a 2 or 3 second hit on information, hit on information. But when do we slow down long enough to actually integrate information? So that's what retrogrades teach us, is that integration. So use that as an opportunity. Like, Venus in retrograde right now, that's a biggie. So use that right now to evaluate your relationship with yourself. Where are you healing? How can you integrate that? How can you let go of some things, clear some things, and rebuild other things, right? We also have Saturn in retrograde, we have Pluto in retrograde, we have Uranus coming up in retrograde along with Mercury in retrograde. We got all these retrogrades going on. So all of these are opportunities if we pull for the energies from each element and say, ooh, well, that happened here, that happened here. How can I maybe clear or change or shift these other elements or energies and then implement them, integrate them into my mundane, right? Into your daily life. And that's how we fuse together the magical with the mundane, right? So, for whatever it's worth, I hope that's helpful, because the stressful energy just blocks everything. And I know it because every now and again I get that way too. I'm a fixed sign. I'm a water sign. I got big feelings. I'm pretty passionate about everything. Sorrow just jumped out. So, yeah, some of you are feeling this. Some of you guys are feeling grief, and as you're going through this new moon, grieve. Go ahead and grieve. It's okay to grieve. Society is like, don't cry. Don't feel that. Here's a distraction. Social media is a huge distraction. I know you're here watching me, right? So hopefully I can give you something that's of substance, right? Grieve. The anniversary of my father passing is coming up here this upcoming week. And excuse the trucks driving by. I go through this grief process all over again, losing him. Pancreatic cancer? Fuck that shit. Fuck cancer altogether. Also, as a breast cancer survivor, fuck cancer. So, nothing's worse on this planet than watching someone starve to death. And my father loved food and he couldn't even eat. That's what killed him. He starved to death. Don't people listen. Whatever it is that is happening in your life, whatever changes you need to make in your life, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have the feelings that you have. It's okay to say, hey, my neurodivergency or my PTSD or complex PTSD, I'm okay to feel these things. The difference is when you act out and you take it out on somebody else. That's when it's different. You don't get to excuse your experiences or your existence by treating somebody else poorly without being accountable. And if you do it, we all make mistakes, right? But if you do it, hold yourself accountable. That's walking in integrity. So back to this, since it was a jumper. Clearly it had a message. My cards tend to do this for those who've hung out long enough to watch me pull cards. Yeah, grieve. It's okay. And right now with this full moon upon us, all full moons, great opportunity for release, great opportunity to move through these things, let go of things, let go of people, let go of situations, and just keep moving forward. So what else have we got? Oh, we got another 3 here. Okay. We have the 3 of Wands. So Some of you guys are looking forward. This is good. This is forward to other passages, to other things, like you're ready to take action. So yeah, breathe it through. Take some action on some stuff. What have you got going on in your daily life that you're procrastinating? That's a question for some of you. Yeah, we have a 5 of Cups. If you're stuck looking back at the past, see, this is our full moon. The goal is to keep moving forward, not to keep looking back. See these other 2 cups here that the crow's not acknowledging? I had a YouTube, I don't know if they were a subscriber or what, but they commented, do we need another spiritualist to tell us to be grateful every day? Yeah, actually we do. That comment tells me that, yeah, actually we need to remind people, be grateful. Be grateful you're breathing. Be grateful if you can drink clean water. Be grateful if you have a roof over your head. Be grateful if you can say, I love you to somebody. So don't look at what's spilt. Enjoy what's in front of you. There's some big changes happening here for folks. Yep. There we go. Starting anew, the Fool. I love this card. So for many of you, if you're going through these motions of these first 3 cards, prepare for these new beginnings, especially since we have the nodes in Aries and Libra now. Oh my gosh, take advantage of that. It is life-changing the next 18 months, especially for those who carry Aries and Libra. Because I can tell you, Taurus, Scorpio, for me, whew, the last 18 months were intense, but they were amazing. I made so many changes in my life and 0 regrets. Start anew. And don't be afraid to start new. But you have to clear it out first. I know some of you guys have heard me talk about that. Like, make space. Make space, because things are coming. This one's good. Who do you owe? Pay your debts. Whether they be energetic, whether they be in the mundane, like you owe people money, pay your debts. Who do you owe, or who owes you, right? If someone owes you and they're not going to come back, that's their karma. Just remember that. The money will come back to you tenfold in other forms. Let them live their karma. You know, I see a lot of people like, oh, you know, put them in a jar or hex them or whatever. 2 things I don't do. I don't curse people, and I don't do love spells. I let karma handle most things. 1, because I honestly just don't have the time. I rather be doing spell work for people that's protection, that's money, that's health. That's where I'd rather devote my energy to than holding on to an angry energy. As a Scorpio, I already deal with anger issues, okay? So for anyone who knows me knows, like, you know, you flip my rage button, it's a whole, I turn into this big monster. That's why my name is Lilith, right? So what can you learn from this? And how are you holding yourself accountable? There's accountability here. King of Swords. What's that discernment? This is a masculine energy of discernment. What do you need to cut through? What do you need to say? Swords is air. Yeah, it's definitely cutting through the bullshit. That's in Aries being air. It's cutting through some bullshit. This full moon, guys. Make it happen. Same. We've got the kings coming out. King of Pentacles. Get clean with your money. Clean up your finances. Whatever loose ends you have going on in the mundane, make that happen. King of Pentacles coupled with, whoa, here we go, the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. For those of you out there who need to clean some stuff up, I advise that you make that happen. That will allow you to start fresh. Let's see, we got a couple more here for folks. We got all the kings. Wow. King of Cups. All right. Fresh romance happening? Or do you need to freshen up your relationship? That's a Venus in retrograde as well. Where in your relationship can you either spark things up again or let go? Is it working? Is it not working? This is a time of evaluation, and don't overplay it, right? Don't nitpick it. Sometimes if you nitpick something, you are just screwing up the entire big picture. However, if it's a total deal breaker pattern that's doing nothing but harm, put it down. Again, these are our goals. Move it forward, start anew. I'm seeing travel for some of you. That's a good thing. Sometimes seeing new things is amazing. I want folks to also look out for jealousy. See this? See the other crows? They're going to, once you start shifting your energy and your vibration starts changing, people recognize it energetically, physically, emotionally, however they're recognizing it. Do protection around yourself every single day, every morning, every night. And I know we get busy. I know I do too. And there's been moments, excuse me, where I forget. My mentor gets on me. Are you doing your protection? Yes. Thank you for reminding me. So, with that said, protect yourself. Especially right now, we have a lot going on. We have a lot going on in the mundane. Protect your energies. There's a lot coming at us really fast. You can slow it down. You can pace yourself. Be careful not to just get caught up and just like taken. Root yourself. Ground yourself. And with grounding yourself, you will have... This came up this week too. For some of you who are doing the work, this is great. The Nine of Wands means that things are going to get easier. Your relationships are going to be smoother. Your initiation for new things is going to be amazing. And there's messages coming. So these are all great cards. I know there was a lot here. So I hope this helps with this full moon for those who needed to hear this message. I hope that you get rest, you find joy, you take care of yourself. Please, please, self-care. Remember, sometimes things hiccup, but look for the blessings. There's blessings in things. Like, I end up with hiccups every now and again. I'm like, oh man, that sucked. When I roll it smooth and just go, all right, blessings come through every single time. And it's a practice. I still have to practice it too. So I encourage you to do the same. Things seem a little rocky, breathe it through and know that blessings are always all around you. So happy full moon, sending you lots of love. Do your protection, take care of yourself, and be kind to everyone around you.